Good evening, all of you. In the last class, we discussed about static website hosting, how to deploy one website by using S3 bucket. How to deploy one website by using S3 bucket that we have completed in the last session. Now, let me share my screen. All of you able to see my screen now? All of you able to see my screen? Visible for all of you?
Yes.
Yes, very good. Now go to our AWS management console. Now go to S3 bucket. Yesterday we have created one S3 bucket and we have stored our website content in the S3 bucket as objects. My bucket name is ashokit.org because I have purchased a domain with the same name. So that's why I have given my bucket name as ashokit.org. If we go to properties of this bucket, we can see that static website is available. Static website URL is available. When I hit that static website URL, my website is launching. My website is launching. Now, what is the problem with this URL? What is the problem with this URL, guys? Can you tell me what is the problem with this URL?
This is not friendly. We cannot remember
this URL is not friendly, so we cannot remember this URL. We cannot remember this URL. Then what to do when you have lengthy URLs for your applications? What to do when we have lengthy URLs for our applications? Guys?
We need to configure our Route 53.
We need to purchase a beautiful domain for our application, which is catchy, so that everybody can remember easily. Now, instead of keeping a lengthy name for our static website, I have purchased a domain in the AWS with a name called ashokit.org. With a name called ashokit.org. Now, for the people, I will give the URL as ashokit.org. When they hit that URL, that request should be routed to S3 bucket, my static website URL. So this is a beautiful URL that I have taken from DNS, domain name. When user access this URL, now can you see? When you access this URL, ashokit.org, what is happening when you access ashokit.org URL? Is it going to static website or not? Guys, is this URL redirecting to static website or not?
Yes, sir.
Come on, can you speak out?
Yes, sir.
My URL is redirecting to static website. So you are using this URL, but actually, what is my static website URL? This is my static website URL. How this URL is redirecting to static website URL? What is happening here? What is happening here? How this URL is redirected to that lengthy URL? That's where Route 53 service came into picture. Which service we are using, guys? Route 53 service we are using. What is the meaning of, what is the purpose of Route 53? It is used to route the traffic from one URL to another URL. It is used to route the traffic from one URL to another URL. This is called as domain name mapping, DNS mapping. What is it called as, guys? It is called as DNS mapping. How we are going to do this DNS mapping in the AWS by using Route 53? First, we have to purchase the DNS. First, what we need to do, guys? First, we need to purchase the domain. We need to purchase a domain and you have to pay the amount for the domain. I have purchased a domain called ashokit.org. Now, go to Route 53 service. Go to Route 53 service in the AWS. And you can see domains availability. Whatever the domain you want, you can purchase that domain. Whatever the domain you want, you can purchase the domain. Now, can you see the registered domains in our account? Now, can you tell me Route 53 is a regional service, Route 53 is a global service? Guys,
Global service.
Route 53 is a global service. Now go to registered domains in the Route 53. When you go for registered domains, can you see ashokit.org? This domain is already registered. Domain is already registered. Can you click on this domain name? Now, guys, when you click on this domain name, can you see some name servers here? Can you see some name servers here? All of you, can you see that name servers here? अरे बाबा कोई तो respond करो.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Whenever you click on the domain name, there are some name servers are available. Yesterday in the class, we got the problem because of these name servers only. Yesterday we got the problem because of these name servers only. For every domain, name servers will be available. They are going to route the traffic to the actual domain. They are going to route the traffic to the actual domain. Multiple name servers are available. Even if one name server is down, other name servers are going to work. For every domain, name servers will be available. Now you see, for my domain, these are the name servers. For my domain, these are the name servers. Name servers for ashokit.org domain. Name servers of ashokit.org. These name servers are very important when you are dealing with DNS, guys. These name servers are very important when you are dealing with the DNS. Okay. Whenever you register a domain, it will be getting the name servers, and by default, one hosted zone also will come. By default, one hosted zone also will come. What is the hosted zone I got? ashokit.org. Now, in this ashokit.org, can you see the records? This record I have created, guys. This record I have created. I can delete this record also, no problem. I can delete this record also, no problem. But should I delete? Can I delete this name servers? Can I delete this name servers? I should not delete the name servers.
Yes.
These are the default name servers we are going to get in the hosted zone. Whenever you register a domain, the domain is having some name servers, and the hosted zone also should have the same name servers. The hosted zone also should have the same name servers. Now, hosted zone name servers. Can you see the name servers of hosted zone and the domain name both are same? Name servers of hosted zone, both are same or not?
Yes.
Both are same. The name servers of my domain and the name servers of the hosted zone, both are same. They should be same. Then only our Route 53 will work. Yesterday, what I have done is, yesterday morning, by mistake, I have deleted my hosted zone and I have created the new hosted zone. If I create the new hosted zone, the domain name servers are matching, or name servers are not going to match? Name servers are not going to match when you create the new hosted zone. If you create the new hosted zone, then you have to configure the name servers manually. Yesterday, I have deleted the name servers of the hosted zone, but my domain name is having these name servers. My hosted zone is having different name servers. That's why the routing did not work yesterday. Now, the hosted zone is available. The hosted zone is having the name servers. These name servers are matching with my domain service name servers. Now, create a record. Now, what we can do? Create a record. Route the traffic to IPv4 value. Do you want to give the IP address to route the traffic, or we want to go for S3 bucket to route the traffic? If you have a load balancer, then configure the URL of the load balancer. Configure the URL of the load balancer to route it. But now, do I have a load balancer or I have a S3 bucket to route the traffic?
S3 bucket.
bucket.
Route the
S3
traffic.
bucket. Now, select the alias. Select alias. Choose the endpoint. So, do you want to go for network load balancer, or do you want to go for global accelerator? Do you want to go for S3 application classic load balancer? Now, if you want to go for application load balancer to route the traffic, if you want to go for application load balancer to route the traffic, it is asking to choose the load balancer. Can I route that? Can I divert the request to from my URL to one load balancer? Can I divert the traffic from my URL to this load balancer, guys? If you have a load balancer, can I divert the traffic to the load balancer?
Yes.
Yes. But currently, I want to divert the traffic to load balancer, or I want to divert the traffic to S3 bucket.
S3
bucket. Select it. S3 bucket. S3 endpoint. Where the S3 bucket available? Mumbai region. Now, what is the endpoint name? This is the endpoint name. Now click on create record. Click on create record. Record is created. View the status of the record. It is pending. It is getting created. It is getting created. Once the record status is up, then we can test it. Guys, tell me, hosted zone I have created, or I am using the default hosted zone?
Default.
No, default one मैं कल delete किया ना. Yesterday I have deleted that. Yesterday I have created a new hosted zone. So if you delete org, right now here this is available. My record is created now. Copy this URL. Go to browser. Type this URL. Is it routing the traffic now? Is it routing the traffic now?
Yes.
Is it going to the static website or not?
Static website, yeah.
Static website. It is going to the static website. Now, yesterday what I have learnt is, by mistake, if you deleted the hosted zone, then you need to create the new hosted zone. If you create the new hosted zone, then what should you do?
Domain name we need.
No. You are already having a domain.
Yeah.
You by mistake, what I have done? Can I delete it now? Can I delete it now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You don't have any problem now?
No, sir.
If I delete now, it is not going to work. Now, see here. I'm selecting this hosted zone. I'm clicking on delete. Now, take this action to delete the hosted zone. Complete the following steps. Successfully create the hosted zone. If you don't complete this step, the deletion might be blocked by Route 53 service validation. Delete all records in the hosted zone. Expect the default NS and SOVA records. What they are saying? Don't delete name servers. Don't delete the name servers. Okay. Now see here, delete. Before you delete the hosted zone, you delete the records. You delete the records. Now click on this and delete the record. Now my record is deleted. My record is deleted. Go to hosted zone. Click on this, delete. Click on this, delete. Now, hosted zone is deleted or not?
Yes, sir.
Deleted, yeah.
Hosted zone is deleted. Now, can we create a new hosted zone now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Can I create a new hosted zone now? Create hosted zone. What is the domain name that you want to map? ashokit.org. Description can be anything. Now, what is this one? Public hosted zone or private hosted zone? Public, because people should access that now. So it should be public. Now click on create a hosted zone. Click on create hosted zone. My hosted zone is created. Now see here, what are the name servers created for the hosted zone? The name servers which are created now, the name servers of my domain, both are matching or both are not matching now?
Both are not matching.
That is the problem. That is the
Okay.
problem.
That
That is the problem. That is the problem we have faced yesterday. So my domain name having these name servers, my hosted zone is having these name servers. Are those matching or they are not matching? They are not matching. Now today, how I have fixed that issue? What I have done is I have copied this. I have copied these name servers. Then go to your registered domain. Go to your registered domain. Registered domain. Now go to the registered domain name servers. Go to the registered domain name servers. Can you see the name servers here?
Yes, sir.
Now the name servers of my domain and the name servers of my hosted zone, both are same or both are different?
Both are different.
Both are different. अभी क्या करना है?
We
अभी
same
क्या
करना
करना
है.
है? Same करना है.
Same.
Yes.
Can I edit the name server of the hosted zone?
Yes.
Do you have the option to edit the name servers of the hosted zone?
No.
Check it. Check it. Do we
Yes,
have
we
the
can.
option? Do you have the option to edit the name servers? Or name servers are coming by default?
By default.
By
By
default.
default.
Name servers are coming by default. Click on edit hosted zone. Do you have the option to edit the name servers of the hosted zone?
No, sir.
No.
Do you have the option of editing the name servers of the hosted zone?
No, sir.
So this gate is closed. I can't edit these things. This gate is closed. I can't edit these things. Then what I can do?
I can edit the domain.
Edit
What
the
should I do
domain.
now? We need to edit the name servers of the domain. We need to edit the name servers of the domain. Now go to registered domain. Go to registered domain. Go to registered domain. Now here click on this domain. See here name servers are available. Do you have the option to edit the name servers?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we have the option to edit the name servers. Suppose for example, if I don't edit it, what is the problem? Can I create a record and can we try?
Yes, sir.
Yes, let's go here. I have a hosted zone. The hosted zone is having some name servers. My domain name is having some different name servers. Create a record. Create a record. What I have done yesterday, let's do the same thing. Endpoint, choose the S3 bucket endpoint. Region as the Mumbai region. Endpoint name is ashokit.org. Create the record. Create the record. View the status of the record. View the status of the record. It is pending. It is taking some time, guys. It is taking some time. It is done. Now go to ashokit.org. Can you check the record here? Can you copy this domain? Can we try this? Can we? Is it working?
No, sir.
Not working.
It's not working. Why it is not working now?
Because we
the
need to
servers
update
are
the name
different
server.
for,
The name
Name server.
servers of the hosted zone, the name servers of the domain name, both are not same. Both are not same. Are you clear? Now, chalo. What is the solution? Do we need to edit the name servers of the hosted zone, or we need
No.
to edit the name servers of the domain name?
domain name?
Domain name.
Domain names.
We need to
Domain
edit the name servers of the domain name. Now go to registered domains. Go to registered domains. Then go to the domain. Go to the domain. Click on add or edit name servers. Okay. What name servers I have to configure? These are the name servers I have to configure. Now let me delete all these name servers. Okay. I'm giving 1504. I am giving NS94 and I am giving NS933, NS933 and I am giving NS978. NS978. Click on update. Now I have updated. What it is done? Your request to update the name server was successfully submitted. You will receive an email when it is done. Now let's go to our Gmail. Let's go to our Gmail, check it. Did I get any mail from the AWS? Check my Gmail. Did I get any mail from the AWS? Let's wait, guys. Let's wait. Let's wait for this AWS. AWS will send one email when the name servers are updated successfully. So here I have sent a request for the AWS to update the name servers of my domain. To update the name servers of my domain, I send the request to AWS. Once it has done that update, then AWS will send me the email. Yes, I think I got it. Guys, did you check it?
Yes,
Did I
sir.
get the mail from that?
Yes, sir.
Updating domain details of ashokit.org succeeded. Successfully, it is completed. Successfully, it is completed. Now, can you read this email given by AWS 0 minutes ago, 8:35 p.m. just now? I got this mail. What this AWS is telling? Dear AWS user, we recently received an online request from AWS account to make the following change. Update the name servers associated with the domain ashokit.org. If you request this change, you don't need to take any further action. If you have done this request, don't do anything. If you did not request this change, please contact our AWS customer support immediately. So I have done this, so I no need to do anything. I have updated my domain name servers. I have updated my domain name servers. Okay. Refresh. Refresh. Now guys, see here, name servers of the domain name servers of the domain name, and the name servers of the hosted zone, both are matching now.
Yes, sir.
Name servers of the domain name servers of the hosted zone, both are matching now. Both are matching. If both are matching, then can we type ashokit.org? Is it working now?
Yes, sir.
That is the problem that we faced yesterday. Yesterday morning, when I have purchased the domain, I have tried it, but by mistake, I have deleted the hosted zone. And in the class yesterday, I have created the new hosted zone. So at that time, I forgot to update the name servers of my domain. My hosted zone name servers, my domain name servers are different. That's why yesterday, Route 53 service did not work properly for us. I have figured out that issue and I have updated that message also in our Telegram group. Did you guys check that message? The message bhi kiya tha.
Yes, sir.
Yes, today I have sent that message. So this is the issue. Guys, if you don't get this issue, yesterday if I don't face this issue, do we think about name servers?
No, sir.
No,
No, sir, we learn new things.
no,
sir.
Ashok, no.
If I did not get this exception yesterday, I think I will not discuss, maybe I will not talk about the name servers. Maybe I will forget the topic now. That's good. Yesterday we got the problem. Because of that problem, today we understood what is a name server.
Exactly, Ashok. Yeah.
Good.
And it's a interview questions, I think.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, name servers are going to route the traffic. Name servers are going to route the traffic. Now, you check it. What is name server? What is the name server in the DNS? Name server is a type of DNS server. It is the server that stores all the DNS records for a domain, including A records, MX records, or CNMAE records. Currently, we are using what type of record? A record. We are using a record. Almost all domains rely on multiple name servers to increase the reliability. If one name server goes down or is unavailable, DNS queries can go to other name server. Every domain will have multiple name servers to handle the traffic. If one name server goes down, another name server will be available to handle the traffic. Okay? What is a name server and why name servers are important? Right. Now see here. If you're trying to point your domain name to your web hosting, you probably come across the term name server. So what is a name server? Name server helps connect URLs with IP addresses of the web servers. Name servers are an important part of domain name system, which many people call the phone book of the internet. Name servers are nothing but phone book of the internet. What is a name server? They have given some details about the name servers. Like this name servers will be available. Those name servers are going to map our URLs to the IP addresses of the machines. When we hit that URL, it will go to the name server, but name server will route the traffic to actual URL, S3 URL, or load balancer of the application, and all those things. Got it? This is the problem that we may face in the real time also. Thank God, I got the problem yesterday. All right. Guys, are you clear with Route 53 now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So with this, we know what is S3, how to create the objects, how to create buckets in the S3, how to store the objects in the S3, then how to host one static website in the S3 buckets, what is Route 53, how to purchase a domain, and how to divert the traffic from, how to purchase a domain, how to divert domain URL to static website which is hosted in the S3 bucket by using Route 53. And we discussed about what is a hosted zone. Hosted zone will contain name servers. Inside the hosted zone, we will create a record to divert the traffic and make sure hosted zone name servers and domain name servers are same, then only traffic will be diverted. Otherwise, your DNS will not work. Otherwise, your DNS will not work. Is this point clear for everyone? As of now. Is this point clear for everyone as of now? Very good. Did anybody purchase a domain? Guys, anybody purchased a domain?
Sir, I have purchased domain from GoDaddy. Is it working fine here?
Yeah, you can transfer it.
Okay.
You can transfer it. Anybody purchase a domain in the AWS?
No, sir.
500 डाल दो यार, समझ में आ जाता आपको रियल टाइम कैसे डिप्लॉयमेंट करना है बोल के. Just 500 rupees. Dot linked domain you can purchase. 500 rupees. Can't you invest?
So Ashok, suppose we have a dynamic site, so same process we need to follow, right?
Yeah, right. Same process.
Same process.
Same
Okay.
process. Just the endpoint will be different. Today, I have given S3 endpoint. Tomorrow, you will give load balancer endpoint. That's it.
Okay. Got it.
In the real time, where application will be running on load balancer. Application load balancer, na? Application load balancer may have 10 instances, but my domain name is ashokit.in. That's it. For the ashokit.in, I have a hosted zone. In that hosted zone, I will create a record. That record I will point it to application load balancer. Whenever a request comes to ashokit.in, that will go to application load balancer.
Application load balancer.
That is how the projects are working in the real time.
Web hosting, is
Sir,
it
when
a
you
free
have
service?
multiple load balancers,
So generally for project, we will have one load balancer. One load balancer will have multiple instances.
okay.
We don't go for multiple load balancers for one application. We will use one load balancer. For that load balancer, we will add the target groups.
But sir, initially you told us we can create multiple load balancer.
Then if you have VPC concept, then we will do that. In the coming classes, I will tell you. Generally, we will go for one load balancer.
Okay.
That will have a DNS.
Okay.
That will have a IP address will be there. That load balancer will have multiple instances. That means the target groups. In every target group, multiple instances will be available where our application is running.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
Web hosting, sir,
if you
web-
see this diagram,
I have a
how-
question, sir.
one second. If you see this diagram, where my application is running,
In server,
how many servers are there?
3 servers we have.
3 servers are there. What I have done with the 3 servers? I have created a load balancer. So load balancer have a big URL or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Load balancer is having a big URL. Am I giving that big URL to the public?
No, sir.
No.
No, I'm giving what URL? www.facebook.com. What is this facebook.com?
It is a domain which
It is a domain name. Now, when the people send a request to facebook.com, what should happen in our application? Facebook.com domain name is mapped to LBR URL. Load balancer URL. How we are mapping that Facebook domain name to that LBR?
Using route
Route
53.
53. Route 53. In the Route 53, what will be there? Hosted zone will be available. What will be available for the hosted zone? Name servers will be available. Domain name servers and hosted zone name servers should be same. If they are different,
Then
we need
we have to update. We have to update the name servers of hosted zone or update the name servers of the domain name.
domain name.
Domain name.
Domain name. Now, so that means we have to create one record to point the traffic. Whenever a request comes to this URL, where that request should be diverted, that is called one record in the hosted zone. That's what I am going to create. In that record, I am configuring divert the traffic to S3 bucket or divert the traffic to VPC or divert the traffic to load balancer. So whenever request comes to that URL, Route 53 will divert the traffic to the given endpoint. In our scenario, what is my endpoint? S3 bucket. In the real time, what will be the endpoint?
LB load balancer.
Load balancer. That's it. Now, what's the question now?
So both of the cases we need to create record. right?
Exactly. Yes.
Either S3 bucket or either
Load balance, because the record will contain the mapping information. Na?
Yeah.
Where that request should go, that information will be there in the record. Whether you are pointing to the S3 bucket or whether you are pointing to the load balancer, you need to make a record in the hosted zone. In the record only, we are configuring the target endpoint for the DNS.
Okay, got it.
Right.
Web hosting, is it a free service?
Web hosting means where you want to do the hosting. Web hosting in the AWS, that means you are hosting to a Linux machine, you are just running your application on the Linux.
Okay.
So Linux machine, EC2 machines are free for 1 year. After 1 year, they are chargeable. Na? Web hosting means you are hosting that application inside one server. Where is your server? You are taking a server in the EC2. Your EC2 is licensed or EC2 is free?
License.
After 1 year, it is licensed. Hosting means you are running your application in the server. That server you are installing in the EC2. That EC2 is chargeable after 1 year.
Okay.
Indirectly, nothing is free.
Pay to go.
Sir, simple example, man. They are providing this much beautiful things. Do you expect for free?
No, sir.
No.
Never.
You can't expect for free, man. So can you imagine how much work they have done in the AWS? You just click a button, server is coming. You just click a button, domain is coming. You just click a button, load balancer is coming. Kitna kaam kiya, socho bhai.
Yes, sir. Extremely good.
Or dynamic web hosting also the same.
Yes, same thing. Dynamic web hosting also same thing.
There will not be any charge for 1 year, right, sir?
No. If you go for GoDaddy, 1 year, there are so many web hostings are available in the market, hosting providers. GoDaddy is one of the hosting provider. MilesWeb is one of the hosting provider. Hostinger is available. Like that, there are so many things are there. They are chargeable. For 1 year, they will charge 6,000, 5,000, something like that.
If a route that using AWS, there will not be any charge, right, sir?
No. Now, guys, now can you see, as a developer, if you do all these things in the company, then imagine what would be your level in the company. Can you imagine yourself? Do you know till today? Do you know that how these load balancers will work? अरे यार ये URL कहाँ से आया? ये URL कैसे map होता है हमारा application server के लिए? How these people are able to access this URL? When I hit www.facebook.com, how that web page is coming? Now all your doubts are clarified.
Yes, sir.
Yes, so yeah,
Yes, sir.
definitely. Clear. Hold on.
So it's very new experience for a developer if you know this cloud platform. Really, if you know development and if you know these operations, can you demand more package? Definitely.
Yes.
ये सब काम हम ही कर सकते हैं ना. DevOps बंदे के चाहिए नहीं. You can do everything. You can do the development and you can do the deployments. You can do the cloud. So this is called infrastructure setup, guys. This is basically called as infrastructure setup. Suppose guys, for example, if this cloud concept is not available, can we do this much easily?
No, sir.
No.
Is it easy? Is it easy to do all these things manually?
No.
No.
Very, very, very difficult. Now I am a developer. I am able to do the deployments in the servers. I'm able to configure the domain names. I'm able to set up the load balancer. I'm able to divert the traffic also. For example, if I am not using cloud, can I do all these things being a developer?
No, sir.
No, because we need to know a lot of things about servers. We need to know a lot of things about domains. We need to know a lot of things about network configurations and all, load balancers and all. It is very difficult to process to set up all this infrastructure to run a project manually. If you do this kind of setup manually, that is called as on-premises infrastructure. What it is called, guys?
On-premise.
On-premises infrastructure. 5 to 6 years back, companies used to go with the on-premises infrastructure. Now companies are going for what?
Cloud.
Cloud infrastructure. Now, do you see the real benefit of the cloud infrastructure?
Yes.
Now you see the real benefit of cloud infrastructure. Yes, we are able to see the real benefit of the cloud infrastructure. Within 5 minutes, I'm able to host my website in the cloud. People are able to access my website. I'm able to configure the beautiful domain name also for my website within 5 to 10 minutes of time. That's the beauty. Anybody purchased a domain? AWS domain in the AWS. 500 rupees, man. 500 rupees.
$12, I think, Ashok, hai na?
12. I think there is a $5 domain is also available.
$5.
.com is $12. .link is $5.
$5. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, why the pricing is varied? .com is $5 and
Sir, it is a demand and supply, sir.
okay, sir.
Now, when you want to start a company, if you want to start a website, which domain you will prefer, .com or .ex, something like that?
.com.
.com is having more demand. That's why it is priced. It is costly.
Okay, sir.
Now, this guy has done the hosting. Swain Lala Tendu. I think he purchased the live domain. Your domain is not working, buddy.
Yes, sir. I am facing this issue from yesterday.
Can you check the name servers?
Sure.
हाँ, name server check करो आप. एक domain purchase किया .live. It is just 500 rupees. Guys, do that. Do that practically. You guys purchase the domain by spending 500 rupees. That's not an issue, because you will get the real experience. Oh, confidence होता है ना? Yes, I'm able to host it. That is priceless. है ना? If you are able to deploy one website, then send that URL to your friends. Dekho, I am able to deploy my project in the cloud. My project are running. Everybody can access my project. That will give you a lot of confidence, guys. That will give you a lot of confidence.
Sir, do you have any idea to how to open 25 like port number?
Yes. So you give, whenever you are configuring a security group, custom TCP, you give the range as 0-65535. Then 25 will come in that only.
Okay. No, actually, I have read much in the AWS, and they restricted the 20 port number 25.
24, 25, maybe I will check that, sir. Maybe is there any restriction on the particular port number that I don't have idea. But generally port range can configure from 0 to 65535. I will check that specific port number 25 and 24. Why there is a restriction on that? I will check.
Yes, sir. Actually, this is SMTP protocol. That's why they are restricted.
Okay, I will. मैं एक बार check करता हूँ, sir. Why they have restricted that, and I will check it.
Actually, I have installed email server on the EC2 instance.
Yes,
Okay.
that's why SMTP
So,
protocol.
I'm not able to send the outside like
Okay.
so that the
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
I will check it and I will get back to you on that.
yeah.
Sure. Okay, guys. So with this, what are the things we have completed in the AWS? EC2,
Yes.
EBS, S3,
S3
Route
and
53.
Route 53.
Route 53 is done. The next one, we are going to start RDS. How to set up the database in the cloud. Okay, guys. For every application, database is required or not?
Yes, sir.
So could you please little bit about cloud front as well, as if you have basically time, maybe something?
Yeah,
Cloud,
definitely.
what is this?
CloudFront, CloudWatch, everything will come, sir. Now,
Okay.
So whatever the services that I'm covering, these will be used in every project. EC2,
Okay.
EC2, S3, EBS, Route 53, RDS. These are very common services. If the project is using AWS, definitely these services will be used in the project. Can you imagine a project without EC2?
Okay.
No, it's a mandatory. It's a
It's
basic.
mandatory. Can you imagine without Route 53? Can you imagine without EBS and this S3 buckets?
No,
No. And can you imagine a project with without database?
no, sir.
No. So first I am covering all the mandatory services that every AWS engineer should know, because these are the bare minimum requirements for a project when we are using AWS. So in the next session, I think tomorrow is a festival, guys. Let's take a holiday for that, and that too tomorrow Sunday.
Yes, sir.
एक छुट्टी हो गया चले गए भाई.
Sir, one.
Please.
Sir, there is one question from my
Yeah,
side.
please go ahead.
Actually, I think earlier demo you have to place all the jar in the like in the S3 bucket and
Mhm.
or download from the EC2.
Yes.
Why we are doing like this? We can place that directly in the EC2, na?
Yeah, that you can just, I want to give you the demo how to download the data from S3 to EC2. Just I gave you a demo purpose.
Okay.
Directly you can keep in the EC2 also. You can keep in the EC2 and you can run it. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
can you deploy NoSQL databases like Couchbase and MongoDB on RDS?
Yes, sir. Yeah. First, no. First, I'm going to take RDS with MySQL. Then I will go for DynamoDB. DynamoDB is a NoSQL DB. First RDS, then DynamoDB. Well, RDS I will take only one day.
Okay.
Just how to configure the database and how to connect to the database. That's it. 1 or 2 days maximum for RDS. Then 1 or 2 days for DynamoDB. DynamoDB is something like a Mongo. It is a document-based database. Both SQL and NoSQL database I will set up in the cloud and I will show you the demo.
Thank you.
Sir, will we cover the Elasticsearch?
Elasticsearch we'll see, sir. As of now, it's not in the plan. At the end, anyhow, in the DevOps, I have to cover the Elasticsearch, ELK.
Yes.
In the DevOps, we'll do the ELK. Yeah, guys, how many days completed when we started our batch?
February.
February?
Almost 70 days.
70 days.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
I think we have started 31st of last Jan.
31st?
28, 29 sir, February 28.
I think last Feb last का. एक बार देखता हूँ. 8th February से start. Okay. Feb, March. 8th February I have taken the demo actually. 8th February is the demo, guys. 8th February I have taken the demo, I think. Okay, I think 2 months completed already. 2 months completed. So we have done the Linux shell scripting. Half of the AWS is completed. So another 3 weeks. Another 3 weeks I need for AWS. Most probably 2 to 3 weeks for AWS. Guys, do you think that course is going slow or speed? What's your opinion? How to continue the next classes?
Same way, sir.
Same way. So you guys don't have any problem on the durations and all, right?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir, you are saying now we will prepare the PDF and
Notes. Yeah, sir. Coming classes now. So tomorrow, anyhow, holiday. For RDS and for DynamoDB, I will prepare the document so that I don't need to type everything in the class.
Yes.
Okay, na?
If possible, you can go fast, sir.
Go fast, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
No, sir.
Yeah, guys, definitely. As I have done everything, typing every diagram I'm taking in the paint, so that I think it is taking some time. For the coming sessions now, I will come up with the notes so that I no need to type everything. Just I will focus on the explanation and practicals. No need to write the notes in the classroom.
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Class duration also, sir, if it is possible, you can take 2 hours.
1.5 hours I can take. From Monday, I will take for 1.5 hours. I think from last few days, the class is going up to 1.5 hours.
Most probably our batch will be completed 20th or maybe April 25th.
April 25th only AWS.
AWS, yes.
इसके बाद second part DevOps.
Second part DevOps will be started. Okay.
That is also very, very important. Most of the tools, Maven, Git, Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform, Ansible, बहुत सिनेमा बाकी है भाई.
DevOps, I think that will take 1.5 months. Right?
Yeah, DevOps will take 1.5 months. In the DevOps, Maven, Git will complete within 1 week. Jenkins will take 1 week. Docker 1 week. Kubernetes 1 week. Docker Kubernetes will take more time.
So as a developer, we need to know, okay, the development part, our programming on something coding at developer side, and AWS is sufficient, or maybe DevOps also required. So what do you suggest?
If you know that is also good, na. Generally, you should know DevOps also, man, because in my company, earlier we used to have a separated DevOps team to create the Jenkins jobs to deploy our Docker containers on the Kubernetes cluster. That was the process. Now, in the project, they removed the DevOps team completely. They are asking the developers only to do all these things. I have created Jenkins jobs in my project in the Linux machines. That's where I got this practical experience on the DevOps and Linux.
Okay.
Last year we had a separate DevOps team for the project. This year they removed the DevOps team. They are asking us to do that. They have given 1 week training on the DevOps and AWS. Daily 1 hour, 1 week. That means 7 hours training they provided.
Okay.
Corporate training होता है ना, पता है ना कैसे होता है corporate training? PPT.
हाँ, वो तो PPT लेकर वो स्टार्ट वो इसको करते रहते हैं बस PPT.
हाँ, 7 घंटा में पूरा AWS DevOps हमको सिखा दिया वो बंदा. Right. So now, after giving that KT, manager told me, Ashok, you are the senior person in the team. You are responsible to manage the operations. Development karo, operations bhi karo.
Sir, solve हो गया.
Will be teaching Terraform, AWS, right, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes. Good. Fine, guys, and I wish you all of you happy Sri Ram Navami. Enjoy the festival with your family tomorrow. So we will meet again on Monday. In the Monday session, we are going to start with RDS, how to work with the databases in the AWS cloud. Thank you, guys. Good night. See you on Monday. Happy Sri Ram Navami. Bye bye.
Thank you. Same to you also. Wish you the same.
Bye bye.
Your family also. Good night, Ashok. Thank you.
Good night.